Ride across these plains and prairies, rocky mountain highs, fade off into the distance.
I loaded this, I got to my trailer this morning, and today, just right off the bat, it was a Monday. I got to my trailer, got hooked to it, heard an air leak in the back of the trailer. Couldn't find it, crawled under there, I couldn't find it myself. Hit the button to see if it would move. I wanted to get it out on a little bit better ground so I could get a better look at it. And it wouldn't move. It was just, the back end was just completely locked up, all three axles. So I ended up calling my shop. Just so happened that one of our mechanics was already on his way over toward my house to get another guy taken care of that was having trouble. So got him fixed up, and then he came over and saw me and got my air line fixed. We really thought that was it, just a little slice in the line where it comes through the frame. Got that all fixed up. Thought that was it, and it was still locked up, wouldn't go anywhere. So we ended up just backing the brakes off as much as we could. Got it over to the shop where we could get a new valve. We were pretty sure the main valve on it was locked up, was malfunctioning. So got to the shop. Everybody standing there says, yeah, it's got to be that valve, got to be that valve. Well, it turns out when we got under there, it had loosened itself up while I was driving. So there was either a piece of ice or a piece of dirt in that valve, and it just worked itself loose while I was running over the shop. So that was a good thing. That was pretty easy fix. But they did, while they were under there, they did find a shock mount that was broke. So we got that fixed too while we were there. So pretty productive morning as far as getting the trailer repairs made, pretty fast, but it did throw me off for delivery today. I picked up a truck chassis in New Philadelphia, Ohio. It's going up to, I wanted to say Cedar Falls, Iowa, and that's not it. We're going up to Dodge Center, Minnesota. So I'm currently headed toward Dodge Center right now. I'll definitely get the camera out and do some footage when I stop tonight, or maybe when I stop tonight, and I'll show you the load. Kind of goofy how we had to load this one. It's a little bit longer than the well of my trailer, so we had to back it up onto the back deck a little bit. Maybe I'll get the camera out when I get stopped tonight if it's light enough where I'm at. Try to get some footage of that. But other than that, I will get the camera out tomorrow morning when I get to delivery and video the delivery on this one and show you how that goes. I did manage to book a load for tomorrow. I found a 980 cat wheel loader in Wisconsin. It's got to go down to Oklahoma. So I'm going to deliver this in Minnesota, kick it off, and I'll run back over to Wisconsin, pick up that wheel loader, and start heading toward Oklahoma. So, good morning, everybody. Well, I didn't have a chance last night I did have a chance, but I just being lazy last night. Didn't walk around the truck to show it to you, so I'm gonna walk around now, show it to you real quick before I get on the road here. It's a truck chassis I picked up in New Philadelphia. It's going up to Dodge Center, Minnesota. That's it right there. Basic securement. One chain on each side up front. This is where it got a little bit goofy right here, the way we had to put it on. Securement on the back, I just did the same thing I always do. Wrap two around the axle, X-chained it. Go over here on the other side and show you, explain why this thing had to be drove up here like this. It doesn't really look like it because it looks like it would have fit. And I thought so too, just looking at it, but if you look at the front here, there's quite a bit of room there. But when it was backed on a trailer flat, it was about 6 inches short of me being able to reattach the trailer. So we had to, the only way to do that then is to back it up onto the back deck. So that's what we did, but we had to go kind of far. Normally I would have just put this axle right here on the very edge here, and then left it as far forward as I can. No real reason. The truck chassis, this chassis only weighs about 20,000 pounds. So it really doesn't matter at all, like where you even put it on the trailer. So it's not really gonna affect our weight at all. So the reason I did this way is because when this axle here was just sitting right here, this axle was kind of hanging. And it would have been, every bump I hit, it would have been bouncing. So I was worried it would damage that axle. So that's the reason I backed it up a little bit further. Made sure this axle right here was touching the trailer right here, so it's got some pressure holding up on the shocks a little bit. That's going to keep it from being damaged in transport. That's our unit. Pretty basic. We should be delivery in about, I think I'm about 4 hours away, so should be delivery in about 4 hours, and I'll get some footage then. Talk to you then. What's up, everybody? Well, I was hoping this video right here would be me showing you the delivery on this load in Dodge Center, but right now this is me praying that my truck ends up working. So on the way here, I got, I don't know, maybe 35 minutes away, and I went to hit my washer fluid for the window. First off, this is a 2022 truck that's a year old. So, that being said, I went to hit my washer fluid to wash my window, and my dashboard popped up with a brake air warning, but it didn't say the brake air was low. It said that the warning, hang on, let me read it real quick. It says low air warning unavailable. This is what my dashboard looks like right now. Can't see anything. But there is that light's on. My traction control light's on unless I hit the brakes. Then it goes out. The bigger problem here is nothing on my turn signal bar is working. Except the windshield wipers will work on high, but that's it. Turn signals don't work. High beam, low beam doesn't work. Nothing. So then I started losing other stuff on the dashboard. I stopped and got fuel. Shut it down. I was hoping a reset would, I was hoping the computer was just going wacky. Shut it down for a little bit, disconnected the battery, left it off for while I was getting fuel. I plugged it back in, didn't make any difference. I started losing more stuff. So I don't know. I'm waiting on one of the mechanics to get back. I'm at my delivery now, and this is posing a problem too. I'm at my delivery now. I got disconnected. Well, I started to disconnect. I got out from underneath the trailer, flipped my dog ears back under the trailer, and realized that without the air switch, I can't pull the lever to release the front of the trailer. So, and the air switch is one of the ones that isn't working right now because of this dashboard situation. So, I'm waiting on a guy right now. I'm hoping this guy's come back from lunch. I'm gonna get a multimeter from him. I tore my dash all apart. I'll show you a picture of that. Hoping that we were just disconnecting different things back there, the instrument cluster, disconnecting other things. So, I don't know. We're gonna see what happens here. We get a multimeter, we'll see what the batteries are showing with it off and then with it on. That'll tell us whether I'm hoping that the alternator just went and took a crap here, and we just put an alternator on it and be done. And this isn't a bigger electrical issue, but it's not looking real good. So, had to inform my pickup that probably not going to get there today, the way it looks, and I can't even get disconnected right now. So I'm gonna walk back here, see if this guy's back from lunch. I will get back to you and let you know how this drama continues. Well. The saga continues. Guy from Peterbilt came down, took a peek at it, didn't have his computer with him. He was hoping maybe he could just figure out without it, but that didn't work. So he went back to get his computer. Meanwhile, I was on the phone with my brother, and just talking about not being able to disconnect because I couldn't drop my air. And he was like, "Hey, I know it'd be a pain in the ass, but why don't you use the leveling valve?" And I was like, "You gotta be kidding me, man. Why didn't I think of that?" So, again, it's good to have friends that think of stuff that you don't think of. So, I ended up using the leveling valve. I just got under there, disconnected it, dropped the air all the way down on the tractor, put my board in, and then flipped the lever back up. You have to unbolt. It's one bolt. I'll take you back there and show you here in a second, but it's just one bolt. So if this ever happens to you, where you can't drop your air and you have the RGN and you need to use it to unhook, this is what you do. And I'm also going to, while I'm out there, I'll walk over and show you the truck that I just delivered to. Here we go. All right, so old snowy Minnesota. I didn't think I was going to get hooked back under my trailer because I don't have the my interaxle differential locks aren't working. They're part of the problem, or a symptom of the problem. So here's what I did. Came in here, came underneath the truck. You can see it right there. This right here, this bar, that's a leveling valve. I just took this nut out right here, took that nut out, flipped this bar up, I think I flipped it down, and that drops the air. And then I put my board in, then I lifted this thing up and held it there with a bungee cord, and that lifted the air back up and allowed me to get under it, allowed me to get out from underneath the trailer, or get the the front of the trailer disconnected from the bottom, which allowed me to make delivery. Now getting reconnected to it was a little tricky. I had to do the same thing but backwards. But given the weather conditions we have here, this, it may not look like it, but this right here is uphill, and that fought with me a little bit getting enough traction to get back under my trailer, but we got it done. These guys came out and offered me to help me with some sand, but I ended up being able to do it without it. So here's our unit right here. This is the one we delivered. I just drove it off the trailer, parked it over here. This is that's what they call a CNG unit. Here's a CNG symbol right here. I'm not real sure what CNG stands for, but it's some sort of like propane gas system. It's not, doesn't use diesel, doesn't use regular gas, so it's some sort of propane system. Good looking truck. All delivered. I left the batteries on here. We'll turn them off real quick for them. That's it. Pretty easy. I say pretty easy. My whole dang day's not been easy, but it is what it is. So hopefully I'll get a call from Peterbilt here. Either have me run over to him, or he's going to come back with his computer. We'll figure out what's going on with this truck. It's we've had half the truck tore apart today, trying to figure this out. Just can't seem to get it. So I'll talk to y'all soon.